The cultural bullet train that is Heated Rivalry continues to gain more speed. So too does the role the show and the book series have had in keeping the dialogue going on queer culture and sports. And that includes Harrison Browne, who has transitioned away from a career on the ice after coming out publicly as a transgender man a decade ago. And joining us live now in the studio is Harrison Browne, who plays Connor's, Ilya Rozanov's teammate in Heated Rivalry. Harrison, thanks so much for coming in, and congratulations on being in this #1 hit show that has sent the actors to the Golden Globes and is basically on everyone's lips and social media. What was your experience like working on a show like this, and what did your friends and families think of it, once they saw you?
Yeah, no, it was such a great experience. Jacob Tierney runs an amazing set, and the actors were just really incredible to work with. It's kind of hard to be like, hey, mom and dad, I'm on this type of show.
Yeah.
So
I can imagine.
Yeah, they're not
or watching it with them.
Yeah, but my grandma's watched it, which is kind of crazy. But
that's wild.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that is so cool. And you were a former professional hockey player. I have to ask you, this show, the books, have really sparked a conversation, not just in the queer community, but everywhere, about representation in the sport. And even a lot of our viewers that we asked have said that, after watching some of the episodes, they decided to come out to their family about who they really are. For you, though, you did this a while ago. Why was it important for you to come out as trans while you were playing hockey?
Yeah, I think playing a sport when you have to hide part of yourselves and you have to kind of lead a double life like we do see in Heated Rivalry. I was doing that in real time. And I was being somebody that I wasn't, and then being somebody that I was on the ice, and I just really wanted to connect those two lives. I was just doing it for myself before I came out in the NWHL. I didn't realize how much that would impact people looking in, like just that visibility of seeing somebody that is like you can really empower you, because I didn't really see that a lot growing up. So I really saw that firsthand.
Yeah, I'm sure that must have been, difficult but brave. Did you feel a sense of relief after? And how did your teammates and kind of the hockey community react to the news when you did come out?
Yeah, my teammates were amazing. I'd come out to my teammates in college, and it was kind of just known that I was the trans man in the league before I came out publicly. But they were absolutely incredible. And I was even scared to go to the NWHL front office to be like, this is me. And my team captain did it for me. So to just have their support was instrumental. I think the LGBTQ plus community within women's hockey and the environment within those locker rooms is a safe space for LGBTQ plus individuals. So I didn't feel like I wouldn't be accepted, but I was pleasantly surprised by how much they really embraced me as just Harrison.
Yeah. And do you think it's different for the men's side? We talk about the NHL, and you said that you're not surprised that there hasn't been an openly gay player. Do you think that this show has enough of an impact to kind of change that, and how people view the sport and how they feel about, coming out of who they really are in it?
Yeah, I think we can't overlook the power that representation has, like even if it is fictional through these characters.
Yeah.
I think for me growing up, if I had seen a TV show that had a trans man struggling with his identity and a hockey player, it would have meant a lot for me to see that on screen. So I think that can really help people feel less alone by seeing these fictional characters, and it's definitely sparking a lot of conversations. And I think men's hockey is in for a cultural reckoning, right? Like we see a lot of toxic masculinity and those types of conversations, and I think that this show is pushing that to further.
Yeah, and also, showing a gay love story in a positive light, which has not been something part of the kind of storyline or narrative in a lot of Hollywood movies or even TV shows. I'm very curious, because Connor's story and Hudson Williams said that they didn't know how to play hockey. You obviously do. You're a pro. Were you kind of, even giving them lessons? I mean, you're doing your own stunts were you doing your own hockey
I didn't get to go on the ice.
Okay,
yeah.
That would have been useful to use your skills, right?
Yeah, it would have been great. I was asking Connor, because I did most of my scenes with Connor.
Right.
And I was like, have you skated before?
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, I've been skating for 2 weeks. And I was like, yeah, you're gonna be great, buddy.
That is really, really funny. And I understand that for 2025, Tiff, you also made your directorial debut in a film called Pink Light, which talks about a former professional hockey player who is trans, but goes back in time to when they pre-transition. What is the premise for this? And you also acted in it.
I think for me, it was a love letter to my younger self. That's what I really wanted to do. And once I got into acting, I was seeing a lot of trans characters that I was going out for, and they just didn't feel three-dimensional, and they just didn't feel like characters that I really wanted to play. So I was like, I need to write something for myself to be able to do this. So that was the inception of the film, but it actually turned out to be like this goodbye letter for hockey, and it centered around myself trying to get back into the sport in real life. Like I've been trying to figure out where I fit in now that I've physically transitioned. I'm not playing on the women's side and not feeling like I have a space in hockey. Because I was afraid of the locker room environment within men's hockey spaces, within beer league spaces, and just that struggle of feeling like this is what I've devoted my life to for like 16 years, and suddenly I don't feel like I belong. That's a problem. So I just wanted to really touch on that.
Yeah, wow, okay, I'm sure it's a very powerful film. Look, Heated Rivalry Season 2 is coming out. Are you going to give us a clue as to whether or not you'll be part of the cast, the lineup? Are you excited for it?
I'm super excited,
Okay.
and I think Rachel Reed, we just saw that she announced a new book, which is super exciting to see that. It's still in the works. I'm not sure what that future holds for Connors, my character, but hope to see him back. It'd be great.
Okay, well, Harrison Browne, pleasure to meet you. Thank you so much for joining us this morning, and good luck with everything. Thank you.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you.